Can somebody switch on the lights, please? Thank you.
You gonna leave the door open or closed?
Oh, it's fine having it open. I don't think there's others here. So, good morning, everyone. So what we will do first is the physical exercises we did yesterday. And before standing up, I will read again those parts that I did yesterday from the preliminary practices booklet. So 14, physical dynamic concentration, abbreviated PDC. It sounds like a disorder, actually, PDC disorder, something. So, physical dynamic concentration can be seen from different points of view. It can be looked merely as a physical exercise that builds muscle strength, muscle tone, and as a generator of vitality and health. It can also be seen as a concentration exercise or as a practice that unifies body and mind. That is, as a physical mental exercise of embodiment. In open heart practice, PDC is physical application of dynamic concentration used for health and vitality, as well as for recognition of the natural state. It has some similarities with Charana Yoga and isometric exercises taught in other connections. Learn physical dynamic concentration from a teacher, practice it once or twice a day for 15 to 30 minutes at a time. So, what we're talking about with, just a brief comment about it. What we're talking about with physical dynamic concentration, it's just, using the muscles as a way to, muscles and concentration as a way to cut through the samsaric mind states and to access the natural state. What is also beautiful about that practice is because it's so physical, unlike often sitting meditation is. It makes the natural state like I say here, that this practice can be seen as a unifier of body and mind. So it, body and mind are not the same thing, although they are, closely connected as long as we are alive. When we pass away, those two separate. But for yogis and yoginis like us, the good aspect of this exercise, dynamic concentration applied physically, is that it makes it more physical, makes the embodiment automatic. So we'll do it in a moment. And then number 19, open heart style, Tai Chi and Qi Gong. In open heart, Tai Chi and Qi Gong are viewed as forms of Dzogchen practice, Ati Yoga practice, practice of the natural state, that are based on effortless mindfulness rather than ordinary mindfulness with aimed attention. This is the main difference between open heart style Tai Chi and Qigong and traditional forms. Tai Chi and Qigong can be supported by Semjins and Tantric practices. So, effortless mindfulness instead of being mindfulness of a single thing. This applies really to all physical practices mentioned here. There is, just to mention a few, there is walking, running, yoga exercises in this document, as well as Tai Chi and Qigong, and I might be forgetting a few others. So, we can take any of physical exercises that we do, some of you might do running, some of you do climbing, and so on, we can view it as a Dzogchen practice. And it is Dzogchen practice, Ati Yoga practice, as long as we are in the natural state, or getting back to the natural state, cutting through the mind. Okay? So, that is very important to understand here when thinking about if we start thinking in terms of seeing walking meditation separate from sitting, sitting separate from running, running separate from sleeping, and so on, then there is some confusion about what the natural state is and what the practice is. So it's the same, from morning till evening, from evening till morning, it's the same practice of recognizing the natural state. And this, of course, because we are samsaric beings with confused mind and selfing happening, this selfing, the difficulty of it can be addressed in different ways. And in tantric methods, all of them, including in open heart, which is our method, there are many ways to address or fix that problem, transform the confused mind. But like I said yesterday, and what's said in this preliminary practice booklet in the beginning, is that not everyone, all practitioners, need to do everything. You just pick your favorites, and with those couple of tools, you dig a deep hole instead of using 100 techniques and digging how do you say? Shallow holes. There is this old story of somebody who digs a well, figuratively speaking, with some practice or a method, and manages to make a hole so deep that there's water, makes a well, while somebody who's taking this or that here and there, does spiritual shopping, can only make shallow holes. I'm sure you have heard that before. So Tai Chi and Qi Gong can be supported by semjins and tantric practices. Pet mantra is a semjin. You all know that. You all have learned that already from Open Heart Yoga introduction. So if we are walking or running or doing the Qigong practices that we will do in a moment, if the mind is not clear, cut through it. You can shout pets. Or if you have learned other semjins that I taught last winter retreat, if there's some favorite you like of those other semjins, use any of them. That's the purpose of those. And again, there are 13 these short semjin techniques that we do or we have in our teachings. We don't need to do all of them. Just use one and make it work. Yes?
Not very easy to shout pet when you're running along and there's people around you.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I've tried it, but I've tried it, but it's not, it's embarrassing. Is there anything else? Yeah, I know, but you could do that, but after a while people notice, especially if they're coming up behind you, it's like, it's not something you can actually do unless you have, maybe if I went out at 5 o'clock in the morning and ran, but is there anything else? Because I run a lot, and to be able to keep my mind clear while I'm running would be wonderful.
Well, there is. I can tell you instantly two options.
Yeah.
Just a, long a,
Okay.
or long hung. Hung?
Hung.
Yeah, hung.
H-U-N-G.
Yeah, that is pronounced hung, not hung. Okay, hung. I haven't really taken long walks in a while, but hung is good when running or walking because when you chant it like this, hung, you know, you extend those sounds there. It makes the bones vibrate. M and N sounds do that. So when we do that while running or walking, you know, there will be some muscle pain, some like muscle tiredness, and that will release it. So this is actually, I just revealed I revealed a secret of the marathon monks of one Japanese Buddhist school. There is Tendai school in Japan, and they have the so-called marathon monks within that school who do a lot of marathons. Like they just a short description of their training is that at one point they run a marathon every day for a year on top of their daily temple activities. Then there is at one point 100-day period where they run 2 marathons a day for 3 months in a row. But this is the way how they are able to do it. They chant mantras, prayers, sacred syllables while they run. And they also take brief pauses in between running. So they don't run 10 kilometers in one stretch. They stop every kilometer for a moment so that they can relax and chant and let those sacred sounds work out through their body mind and release tensions. Otherwise, it would be very hard to do 3 months of double marathons every day on top of the temple activities, you know. So, pet, hung. And then I also mentioned tantric practices. Tantric here means deity mantras, guru mantras. Chant them a little bit as you're doing the exercise and you will notice the difference.
The one that I find helpful is the actual, the badger, you know, the bolt of light into the forehead there. I find that helpful rather than the, you know, the pet.
Yeah.
Just like it coming into the forehead.
Yeah, good.
It's a bolt of light. Yeah, coming through to the ear rather than the pet. It's actually, you know, it's I suppose for me it just clears out you know.
The thing with Sem jins is that they need to be properly learned. So we have recordings of the teachings filmed last winter retreat, and so I'm just saying this because you were just describing one of the Sem jins, and now she doesn't have a clear picture of it. So
yeah, well, there's a printed. I think maybe on Monday night we could actually maybe go through, you know, some of them probably. You know,
sorry, what?
On a Monday night, maybe in the group, we could actually go through because they are written out. You give us a written handout.
Yeah, I gave the handout to those who have taken the teachings.
Yeah.
They are not to be shared, like without going through those materials.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
we have the written material.
It's on one of the levels, is it?
Sorry?
It's on one of the levels.
No,
No.
it's separate from levels.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on with the practice. take the basic standing posture, shoulder width feet. See that you have a little space around you. Straighten knees and bend alternatively. Find that elasticity. And then leave the knees bent a little bit. The weight of the body rests on the whole sole of the foot, on both feet. Take a moment to relax the shoulders, relax the breathing, relax the chest, so the breathing settles into the belly. At the same time, when there is relaxation of soft tissues, muscles throughout the body, at the same time you are standing upright against the gravity. So it's not like we are, falling down. The skeletal structure, bone structure, stands in a good posture with slightly bent knees, with elasticity, while the soft tissues relax. Knowing, love, aliveness, groundedness. Recognition of the natural state. Meeting the natural state, that fresh mind, with our body. Then, just like in jewel visualization, think of the pillars of centers below and above the body. And let's connect those. Start bringing your hands up, reach to the sky, and connect with the Mahasiddha Bhumis and bring them with your hands down into the body. Bend your back, and the same thing with the centers below the body. So you're simply making the connection from your body-mind with those pillars. So we do this for 1 or 2 minutes. It's looking good. Feel the clarity, feel the love. Couple of more times. Then reach up And then let your arms come down to the sides of the body and stop for a moment just to feel. Then deep breathing. Inhale. Bring the arms up from the sides, stretch upwards, and with exhalation bring hands down. At your own pace.
Should eyes be closed?
Both are fine. Eyes open or closed. Make sure that the breathing flows, that you are not trying to breathe too deeply, not lengthening it too much. It should feel pleasant, always. Same thing with shouting practices, we don't try to accumulate tension. So it's important to be relaxed and to enjoy it. Straightening the knees when reaching up and bending the knees when arms come down. Few more. And then with exhalation, let arms come to the sides of the body. Stop to feel for a moment. Then let's continue to opening the joints. So first the jaw joint. Up and down. And then chewing hay like cows do. Other direction. Good. Stop that. Feel for a moment how it feels different here. Then circulating the head. Making a big, wide circle, but not forcing it, not trying to make it too big. If it's painful, it's too much. With good, nice rhythm, so that there are no jerks in the movement. Change direction. Relax shoulders. then let the movement stop. Feel the change in the neck throat area. Can you notice how different it feels here now compared to the rest of the body? It's like it's stuffy down there. Here it's good, but it's stuffy there. Then the bicycle pedals. Bicycling forward with your shoulders. Let your knees be elastic. Look at me for a moment, stop for a moment. So now I keep my knees straight. But now I start to bend them. And it's still Hatha Yoga practice. Change direction. Good. Let the movement stop. Feel the openness in the shoulders. Quite nice. Then turn wrists, circulate wrists. Remember rhythm. Like a carefully drawn circle. Change direction. Good. Shake a couple of times. And then clench fists and stretch open. Good. Now feel the openness, the arms, hands. Then the samba. Again, like you can think of the tailbone, like you're drawing a circle with the tail. Movement like this. I'm just doing this with my hand to show the movement of the hips. Breathe. It can be a very small movement actually. Small circle that you're doing with your tailbone. Doesn't have to be a really big one. Change direction. Good. Then ankles. Circulate one ankle. Nice rhythm. Nice circle. Other direction. Change foot. Change direction. Good. Then, like you clench the fist, clench your foot and toes. And then open toes. Clenching, opening. Clenching, opening. Few times more.
Are you feeling that in the legs also when you do that?
No, just in the foot.
Toes, yeah. Yeah. One foot.
Yes, yes, one. Then the other one. Good. Then shake the whole body a little bit. Okay. Then stand, stop for a moment before going to physical dynamic concentration. Feel the difference in the body, in the mind. Feel the aliveness, clarity, groundedness, love, heart-centered love. And then PDC. So remember not to hold your breath when you hold the muscle tension. Let's do the whole body a few times. So you can do like I said yesterday, you can think of the tension coming up to the body like as a wave, then hold it for 1-2 seconds and then relax like a wave. Or you can just think of tensing the whole body at once. Whatever works for you. Let's begin. And relax. Two more. And relax. Now take a moment for the breathing to settle. Yesterday I was mentioning the three different intensities of muscle tension: low, middle and high. Pick your own. But don't keep high intensity throughout the whole exercise. It's tiring. Let's do it again. Whole body. You can keep your hands in fist or also this, like a close. Start. Low intensity is fine. And when you relax tension, like a wave of relaxation. And we are not in a hurry. 2 more. And 1 more. And now completely relax. You can shake a little bit so that the tensions don't accumulate. Feel the warmth. The body starts to feel soft and heavy. Do you notice that? So now we have been doing just a basic upright standing posture. We haven't done any movements, but let's try a few different positions. You know, you can think of any gym movement, you know. You can do the same exercise with physical dynamic concentration as, for example, you know, taking a heavy weight, tensing up, tensing down, like in the gym, or any other gym movement, just tensing. But let's do rope pulling. So take a stance like this, and as if you were pulling rope. What do you call it?
Tug of war.
Tug of war. If you joined a summer festival in a village, they do tug of war. So imagine that the rope, pull it and relax. Pull it, tense, whole body, relax. Other side. Change left feet. Same thing. Pull. Relax. Once more. And relax. Catch your breath for a moment. At least I have to catch mine. Let's do tug of war again. Tug of war? War.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's now do a low intensity. So think of the all muscles in your body that you would actually use if Jonathan and I were pulling rope. You know, if there was actually a person pulling it. So less muscle intensity, more mental focus. Okay? Pull. Relax. One more. Change. think that's enough of PDC. Shake, relax. Do other stretches that you feel like doing. What's the time now? Sean, what's the time? Quarter to? Okay, let's take a break for 15 minutes and start open heart yoga at 10. So, returning to webcast in 15 minutes.